Hi there, welcome. Happy February 1st. It's been a bitter cold week. Kids have been off school where I live. It's just been crazy. I went from winter to winter when I was traveling, and then I came back to winter. So I can't win. January was an interesting month. I don't feel for myself I've been in that New Year's mode. New this, new that, I'm making these changes. I feel like I was a little off because of traveling for 16 days and then all of the snow days that took place with kids being home. So that happens, and that is why I'm here. How are all of you doing on your New Year's resolutions? You are 1 month in. That is my question. I'm sure for many of you, you have not followed through, and that's very common. And what I really just want to share today in a very short video is don't let that get to you if that is you. Now, if you are that person that you're still going strong, that's awesome. Good for you, and keep up the good work. But if you are not that person, don't let that bring you down. Don't let that discourage you. Every single day is a new opportunity to get it right. What tends to happen is it happens gradually. You make a New Year's resolution to do whatever it is you're going to do. Most of the time it is lose weight or get into shape. It's something to do with health and our body, for sure. That's always right up there. But if it's not, whatever it is, what tends to happen is you miss a day here or there, but then next thing you know, 1 day turns into 2 days, 2 days turns into 3 days, and you don't know how to get back on the plan. I don't have to share with you that no matter what sets me back, I am that person that always gets back on the plan. I went on my vacation was like 16 days, and I worked out the first 3 days of it, and then I never worked out again, and then my diet was just standard American diet the whole way. So the thing with me though is even if I come home and I'm like, I've got all this work, I'm always back on the plan. And some people operate that way, but many do not. In fact, I would say most do not. The 1 day turns into 2 days, the 2 days turns into 3 days, and then we get into give up mode, and I failed again this year. So there's a couple things that I want to say about that. Number one, if you did make a New Year's resolution this year that you have made every single year consecutively and then you fell short, quit making that resolution. I encourage you to go to your planner today and go to December 1st of 2019. And I want you to write a little note to yourself that next year, on January 1st of 2020, your New Year's resolution is not going to be what it was for 2019. And it's not going to be what it was for 2018 and 2017 and 2016. And I want you to put in there why that is. You could start out with because it doesn't work for me, because it doesn't serve me, because I don't follow through, which is probably because it doesn't work for you or it doesn't serve you. Often what happens is we're too vague on really what the ultimate goal is, and that's what really keeps you from the follow through. It's you need to pinpoint one thing instead of this whole I want to lose weight. You need to break it down. You also know I work in 3-month goals. I don't work in yearly goals, but I do love making big rock goals for a new year. There's nothing wrong with that, but I want you to really assess if this repetitive every single year method is working for you. And if it's not, just throw it out. Generally, it's the hype anyway. It's the hype. And social media creates so much hype and nonsense sometimes in our world. You have to tune out the noise. I cannot stand being on social media the week between Christmas and New Year because I just feel like it's just a lot of blowing hot smoke. And it's so much hype. And because I work in the business that I do, I know what the results are going to be. The proof is there. The statistics are there. What I do want to encourage you to do today is to get back on a plan of some sort, a plan that works for you. Make a measurable goal and then achieve it. Make it small. Make it realistic. Often these goals we have are not realistic. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Don't worry about anybody else's workout routine, what they're eating, what time they're eating it, what they're juicing, whatever it is, whether they're intermittent fasting, whether it's a keto diet, whether it's this. Tune out the noise and just say, what in my past worked and what didn't work? Because often we just think it didn't work because I didn't achieve my goals. If you were to pause for a moment and look back at your past history of doing things, some things probably worked. It just wasn't the whole thing. It wasn't necessarily that keto diet didn't work for you. Maybe parts of it did. Maybe there was some things you found you liked while trying the keto diet. Okay, those work. And then create your own plan. Whenever you have a term, keto, Mediterranean, whatever the buzzword is, it's always attached with diet, and it just sounds so restricting right from the get-go. So just be careful. Just eat what works for you. I get asked all the time, what diet do you follow? I follow Tracy's diet. Who else's? I'm Tracy. I'm not anybody else. I'm just Tracy. I follow Tracy's diet. And people are just amazed and stunned by that. I can't really say, because one day I'm probably more Mediterranean and the next day I'm probably a little bit keto and I'm all over the place. And that's okay. Actually, that's more results oriented for me than to be so strict and regimented. So just some food for thought. Just wanted to share a little bit and say happy February 1st, and just encourage you to regroup. Just take a deep breath. You've got time. You've got time. And I'm going to continue to lift and encourage you. And and you can always book a session with me. We can create a plan just for you. No diet attached to it. We will look at your schedule. We will look at your time. We will look at your weaknesses. We will look at your strengths. I'm not going to promote you to work out 5 days a week if we realistically know that's not going to happen. Maybe it's going to be 1 or 2, but we will come up with something. So you let me know. All right, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon in another video. And that video is going to be the tips for men for first dates. So stay tuned. All right, we'll see you. Love you. Take care.